Howdy do everyone, my name is Angie and thank you for joining me for Monday Book Club. Welcome in. We have a few new people here. So on Monday Book Clubs we play visual novels and that's it. We play visual novels. I do take suggestions from I was about to say from cats, from the chat on options that we will take. I'll take the cat home. All right. It's not the name of the game. All right. So, this game is a horror game. Excuse me for a second. I forgot to look up the name of the creators. That's on me. Let me just grab that real fast. Usually I try to have this ready before we start. I'm running behind today. Well, I can't pull it up for some reason. Well, anyways, it's in the description. I put the link in the description so you guys can check out the game yourselves if you want. It's a free game, so I do recommend checking it out. On that note, this game is horror. It is incredibly graphic. There might be a couple things that I have to put my entire avatar in front of the screen so YouTube doesn't come down on me. So this is your warning now. If you guys are squeamish to anything, please look at the description for warnings. And, look at their site has all the trigger warnings and stuff if there's anything that you guys might be sensitive over. Okay. All right. How can you leave this cat behind? Look at its big yellow eyes. I mean, I never want to leave cats behind. I don't at all. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out if we should leave this cat behind and why. Why should we leave this cat behind? Because look at it. It's so cute. It's so cute and fluffy. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, it's so cute. Look at this kitty. I'm pressing start. Nothing. Hello? There we go. What a coincidence. Today my friend took a street cat home. Oh boy. Well, this can only mean good things. You're not having a great day, as usual. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you've felt like going out, but in the middle of your walk it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Speaking of cats, Oliver, don't scratch! Don't scratch at that, Oliver. Hey! What? You playing around? Excuse me while I scold my own cat for a second. Is scratching at the bed like it's a scratching post. He has a scratching post right next to the bed. Oh. She sent me a video of her doing that thingy with her paws. Yeah, they're so cute. Cats are so cute. I love cats so much. Not Cordover, Oliver. Oliver's not possessed. He's cute. Okay, well, his position right now kind of looks possessed, actually. He was in that classic hunched up position that cats get in when they're in scary videos. And he had the sheets over him. He's pretending to be a ghost, I guess. Hello, how are you? By the way, what happened to Our Life Monday? It's every other week now, Okapi. We changed up the schedule for all games, so now they're on a bi-weekly schedule instead of the regular schedule. I have more info on it on the community page. If you want to check it out. But we still have book club. It's just, a different visual novel. All right. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? You turned to head home when... Oh, it sounds so cute. It sounds so adorable. Uh-huh. Oh, wow. Lost my voice for a sec. Already? It's only been 5 minutes. feed the cats some corn. Cats are meat eaters. Hi. Hiya. Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. What was that about missing person? But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground, dampened by the rain, makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Aww. It's a kitty cat. Spooky month time, that's right. My cat is here right now, so is mine, but he's scratching at things he shouldn't be. Oh, he's right beside me. Hi, Oliver. When did you get there? Everyone say hi to my cat. I already saw a cat eating corn. Well, they shouldn't. They're meat eaters. I think corn might be used for some fillers. I don't know. Not carnivore. Okay. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Uh-huh. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. It's so cute. He's so cute. And look at it. He's so adorable. No. I can't look at photos. I'm gonna do an alternative. I might open up an Instagram or Tumblr and see if I can have some sort of alternative to Twitter, since I know some of you can't get it anymore. Can we have the Oliver part on the avatar? Hold on. Let me just, here. I'll let Oliver join us. There we go. There we go. It's so cute. Why shouldn't we take this cat home? It feels like I've seen this before. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, let's see here. So cute. This person is me. This person is me. And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. Oh, they already rule the world. A black cat is bad luck. I don't want it. No, all cats are good. All cats deserve to be pet. Tell Space to make Oliver. I could try to do that. Can take over for all of the streams that are about cats. So we have Cat G now. Is that what's gonna happen? Instead of Fish G, we have Cat G. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord? You look around the alley with a small frown. Will we have a cat-only stream today? Yeah, hey, Oliver. Oliver, he's not even paying attention. Hey, Oliver. Your audience demands you. Do you have anything to say? He actually came over, but he's not going to say anything. Guess not. Disappointing. He's not interested in streaming, it looks like. My cat is biting me each day. No, cats are great. Cats are wonderful. All hail Lord Oliver. Basically. The guy makes me feed him. He'll eat me otherwise. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you. As if waiting for you to make the next move. Alright, guys. First big decision of the game. What are we doing? I know I'm asking pretty soon right now. But it's up to you. You don't own a cat. The cat owns you. Take it. Take it. Okay. All right. If that's the case, we'll take the cat home. Go against the name of the game. You know what? You reached into the box and picked the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? No. You're all alone in the world, and I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so... You bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. Is Oliver heavy on your head? Not at all. He's really light. Oliver, don't chew on the cords! That's my charger, Oliver! That's the only phone charger I have right now! You chewed through the other ones already. Put it down. It's very ironic that Oliver joined me for this stream. Okay, alright. Will we ever get an Oliver reveal? I post pictures of Oliver on Twitter. I'll probably, you know, I'll probably do an Instagram or something later to do as a substitute for Twitter, but like, yeah, if you guys ever wanted to see Oliver, I do post his pictures on Twitter. To Oliver, don't encourage that. Oliver, I'm watching you. He's at the power cord, and every time I turn around, he just freezes and stares at me. Like, I know what you're doing. It's not doing anything right now, though. I don't want to get Twitter. I like my mental well-being. That's smart. That's very smart. That's why I don't like cats. Mine is a demon. Mine is a avatar of chaos. Harbinger of chaos. Acting all innocent every time I turn around. I know what he's doing. You stream when I have to sleep. Why, God, why? Because this is the time I get off of work. It's the only time I have. Okay, alright. Let's see. We read this. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. You living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. Oh, well, good night, Chet. Don't die! After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up at you, beckoning, and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. This lake is only for Oliver. Hey! Oliver, you're famous. Where did you go? What? But you were right beside me. Where did you go? My cat disappeared. It's already starting. Alright. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your leg with a purr. You smile. That's enough thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread, toasted, mayo and mustard spread. Turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Tomatoes Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid! You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife into the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up on the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just an... You watch as the cat starts to... lick lightly, but enthusiastically, at the blood on the knife. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird. Right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need when it's still raining outside, not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyways. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. The rest of the evening unfortunately goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. Come on! Enough already! You shove it away, a little more forceful this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea of how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out into the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and... the lights just... went out? Great. Just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then... why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Yeah, that's just a regular cat. They just do that. That's just a cat. The cat sits on top of your digital clock, staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. And going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing, but again, that's just a regular cat. Sometimes you just wake up in the middle of the night and your cat is looking over you with murder eyes and like some weird demon stuff is going on. It just happens. That's just a cat. Its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. New cat owners, man, they just don't get it. You consider tossing out the cat after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still, even with your flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large, round, inky. The flashlight flickers. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pumping of your blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting. Waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. The cat distribution system is going crazy. That's right. Yeah, this is one hell of a cat distribution system. Those are just regular cat yeah, it's just a regular cat. This just happens. It's like, as every cat owner knows, this just happens. This is just what a cat does. You'll wake up in the middle of the night, some demon stuff are happening when they look at you with murder eyes, and then, like, you know, all the lights will go out, and you have a chance of being hunted by it. It just happens. This is just normal. Where did my cat go? I keep hearing him, but I can't see him. This is quite the game for this to be happening. Oliver. So I knew kitty owners will never get, I mean, they just don't get it. They just don't understand. Your cat trying to murder you is just part of being a cat owner. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But yeah, so like the thing with cats is that they have this thing that if you try to run from them, they chase you immediately. Like, that's just an immediate thing for cats.
You're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in a haste, and you fall to the ground. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pulling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked.
It has a knife! Dogs too, if you're playing with them. Yeah.
Winded from the fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting and a strange light coming from the outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what, in regards to your inexplicably opened door screech to a halt, as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife, and still tinted red from the earlier blunder? But that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on. Instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it, that's a classic pet owner mistake. You really should have put it up. Like, you really should have put that up. Cats are like toddlers that never grow up. They'll grab whatever you don't want them to, gladly, and destroy it. This is just classic mistake of a first owner. You gotta learn these things fast, man. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. A pair of glowing, golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from the doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight, and bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. And it's so cute as it does! Look at its little tongue! I fell in love with those eyes, those damn eyes. It's true, look at it! It's so smart! Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breath discordant against the static now piercing your skull. What would you do if your cat tried to kill you? First time? First time. My cat's already tried to kill me multiple times. That's not new. My cat trying to kill me. I wake up with that thing suffocating me in my sleep all the time. The dryness of your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in. Looking away at the kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes slid up to you, as if in response to your sudden realization. Dinner, goodbye, see you later. Perfect timing! I think it's about dinner time for, us too. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red. But there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprint your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even when you don't stop running, because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you?
What do you think, guys? What do you think? No, Angie, not us, the kitty. Right, of course. Pet the cat? I want to pet the cat too. Look at its big bright eyes. It's so cute. This game is anti-cat propaganda. Look behind.
Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0. It begins.
Well, that was that game. Thank you all for joining me. Funny, we're back here again. Let's see. If you're in hell, hug the devil. I mean, might as well. What do you have to lose? What are they gonna do? Put you in double hell? It's cute. All right. So yeah, this is gonna be our playthrough of Don't Take This Cat Home. I guess we'll see what happens. Weirdly enough, there's not really a starting menu. I haven't actually played this game before, so it's interesting that they're not letting us just start. It's only a continual load. That's really interesting. It seems like there's like a lot of endings to this game too. I'm kind of curious about all that. Ending 0. Complete. Something happened, you think anyway. Can't really remember what. Weird. Anyway, well, this is the start of our game. Let's see what happens. This stream was so long. Yeah, it's really long. Anyway, might as well just continue this, right? I mean, it should just start us back at the beginning, because we haven't played this before.
You're walking. Right. Of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather's absolutely perfect today. And that's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you would meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Uh-huh. What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway.
No subway surfers, but we have cats! Wait, hold on, think about the cats! Isn't that enough? The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Finally, the sound's source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley is a big cardboard box. Is a cat. Uh-huh. I guess that should have been obvious. He's so cute.
It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Oh, it's so cute. Look at it. It's meowing at us. So... You look so... familiar. Right? Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. And this one sure is a cutie, though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting close like other stray cats have been in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Take? Steal it? All sounds pretty good. On this perfectly nice day, for no reason whatsoever, I'm going to save. On this perfectly nice day. Never seen this creature in my life. Yeah, this is our first time playing. Yeah, let's take the cat home. Well, why not? Right? He's so cute! You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs up onto your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, yeah? On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. You sure get the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk away and explore its new environment. But it simply sits and looks up at you expectantly.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think we should do here? We can do something with the cat, or we can just leave it alone, let it explore, let it like do what it wants. There's no such thing as just a cat. It's a cute little kitty cat. Oh, we should name him. What should we name our cat? I didn't think about this before, but we should name our cat. You know? It's cat time. Yeah, Midnight? We can do Midnight. Midnight's a good name. Not this type of thing again. I have trauma I don't know what you're talking about. It's just a cat. Lucifer. All pretty good, all pretty good. Oliver the sequel. Same. I'm seeing some repeating themes here. So obviously we have to go with Midnight Lucifer Satan II. Midnight our Dark Lord Lucifer II. Sounds good. All right. On that note, spending time with our beloved cat. You know, our beloved, adorable cat, Midnight, the Dark Lord Lucifer II. What should we do? What should we do with our baby? Should we do something alone with it, or should we do something together with it? I mean, like, both make sense. Both are understandable. Cat time? Okay, we can do something with the cat. Like what? What should we do? What do you guys think? We have a whole list of options here. Call it Morbius. Feed it? Okay, we can feed it.
The cat looks hungry, so you decide to feed it. You're regretting not stopping for food earlier, as you don't have much left. Grocery shopping day is tomorrow, after all. You head to the kitchen and click your tongue, ensuring the cat follows after you. It leaps nimbly onto the kitchen counter and watches as you search for meal options. Let's see. You find some things you expect. A can of tuna in the pantry. Some leftover meatloaf in the fridge. And huh? What's that? You realize there's a tightly sealed Tupperware on the bottom shelf of the fridge. You don't recognize it. A foul odor is leaking from the container. Whatever's inside can't be safe for human consumption. But the cat seems excited about it, particularly salivating over it. Still, you're the caretaker here. You're the one who needs to decide what's best to feed a hungry cat. So, you'll feed it. Let's see here. So, looking at the, immediately people have said the container. Like, immediately container came up. Okay, I get it. Container. Nobody likes me, everybody hates me. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Alright, mystery meat it is. Give your soul. Is this really a good idea? Fine. I guess this is what you want. You open the container and... Ugh. You just barely manage to keep from throwing up. But just barely. The stench is overwhelming. Yeah, just give me a minute. You hazard a look at the contents of the container, but... You honestly can't understand what you're supposed to be looking at. Everything is just... mashed together. What exactly everything consists of is a mystery you're more than happy to keep unsolved. Different shapes, different sizes, different textures. Not the color, though. All of it is the same color. The most unfortunate looking shade of gray you've ever seen. Tinted with this nauseating wet green film over the top. Am I supposed to warm it up, or... You don't really know how to serve it. Any utensil or plate that touches it is getting thrown out immediately. No exceptions. Your hands are going to be scrubbed with soap and hot water to within an inch of their lives after this. You decide against putting this crap in your microwave. You doubt it would taste or smell any better. Not wanting to hold it anymore, you shake your head and practically toss the container next to the cat on the counter. The cat enthusiastically dives for the toxic-looking sludge, sniffing it as if savoring the scent. You turn to the fridge and close it. You've lost your appetite. You're about to head to the bathroom to wash your hands for the next hour or so when... A sharp pain on your foot causes you to stumble. You catch yourself on the kitchen sink and look down to see the tip of your sock is... red. And the red is still slowly seeping to the rest of your sock. Are you... bleeding? You quickly reach down and pull the sock off to see the damage. Your middle toe is... gone. It's just gone. Just a stump is left in its place, steadily leaking blood onto the floor. You clumsily step back, as if it would help you get away from what you were seeing. The blood trail simply follows your movements. 911. You have to call 911. Phone. Where's the... What? Your tongue is... What? Nerve? What's happening to me? You slowly look over to find the cat still eating, completely unbothered by your suffering. Not bothering to try and stop the blood from dribbling out of your mouth, you keep watching in a daze as the cat happily chews out a gross piece of... Wait, that's... You look more closely at the mystery food in the cat's jaws. It looks vaguely familiar. It looks like a tongue? Before you can even think to do anything to stop it, the cat dives into the container again and bites into a piece that looks kind of like a... You collapse onto the floor, clutching your torso. You writhe around on the blood-streaked tiles, crying. Something inside you just... Blood pours out from deep within you. Whatever that was felt important. And now it's probably gone, too. It hurts. It hurts so much. Stop, please. You weakly try to reach up to the cat on the counter above you. Your vision blurs from the effort, from the pain, from your tears, from... Your eyes. Your eyes. You fall limply back to the floor. You're leaking blood all over. From all over. Your foot, your mouth, your insides, your eye sockets. You can feel your life fading away too. That's fine. If it means not feeling the pain of losing another part of you, then... Hopefully the cat will take its time eating your eyeballs and give you time to just... Ending 10. You are what you eat. So, hey, how's everyone doing? We're about to start our nice little stream again. Yeah, we haven't really played this game before. I don't really know much of what to expect or anything. There's quite a lot of endings in this. So, not really sure, which one we'll get. So, I guess we'll just find out. Anyway, it's kind of weird how we're doing this since, you know, there's no start button, there's only a continue. It's like as if we've played this before or something. But, you know, we haven't, so might as well just go. Go to grab a bite, audios. Hello, welcome in. We're playing this game for the first time. We've never played it before or seen anything at all. Anyways. It ate a toe? What are you talking about, Harley? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean it ate a toe? We haven't even seen the cat yet. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alley. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side.
Yeah, it's our first time playing this stream. 15 minutes? What are you talking about? It's only been like 2 for me. Seems weird. Anyway, we're playing this game about a cat. It's a little weird they're saying not to take the cat home or anything, but like, sounds fake. We should take all cats home.
You timidly enter the alley and walk towards the loose gravel and scattered debris on the— I just read that for her, that's fast.
What, are you insinuating that all book club meetings we just meander and talk around and not read the book for an entire hour? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about.
Finally, the sound's source come into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley.
Yeah, what? I don't know what you mean by that.
At the end of the alley is, in a cardboard box, is a cat. Uh-huh. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting-looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur.
Those 50 minutes were just the title screen. Yeah, obviously.
It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. So... You look so... familiar, right? And then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. This one sure is a cutie, though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something.
What do you guys think? What should we do? We could take the cat home, I guess. Or we could, I guess, listen to the intro of the game for some reason and leave the cat. Leave the cat? You want to leave it? Okay, I guess. I do, listen to you guys. I do listen to what you guys say.
It's unfortunate, though. We'll just leave it for now. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take that thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are... With rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do?
What do you guys think? What do we choose? I'm gonna hydrate. Just the monsters.
You're not ready.
What was that? Huh. For some reason I blacked out for a second. How are you guys? What? Turn back already? Oh, we're leaving? Okay. Well, I guess we'll leave.
You don't think it's a good idea to get this cat's hope up of having someone look after it if you're not willing to commit. What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you back down to your home? You never get away. Sorry, see you around, I guess. You stand up, the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out the alley when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. What do you guys think?
We could ignore this sad, pitiful little kitty. Or we could turn back. Ignore? Oh, you guys are heartless. Okay, unfortunately, I have to listen to chat. Nope. Nope. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for the both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, you'd forgotten that you still hadn't decided on what you were going to do with your day off. What are we doing, guys? Hey, what are we doing? There seems to be like a lot of fun things we could do today. We could watch a movie, go to a carnival, go to a dog park. So fun! Watch a movie? Yeah, there's some good ones out right now. It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though, you're not exactly a fan of the crowds. And nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you more than a noisy audience. What should we do, guys? We could go to the old theater, go to the new cinema, heard they have nice seats, or do something else entirely. You know, we could also decide that this just isn't for us. For no reason whatsoever, I'm gonna save again. Go back and get the cat? Okay. On second thought, I think the cat is not an option. New cinema? Okay. Just gonna go back? Alright. We'll go to the new cinema. You don't know why, but you don't really feel great that it's a great idea being alone right now. Deciding to wait for the movie you've been anticipating to be available on DVD or streaming, you joined the long line outside the new cinema. By the time you've reached the ticket booth, you just want to get inside. So you pick a movie at random and take your ticket from the tired-looking teenager manning the booth. I said theater, though? You needed to say old theater. I didn't register it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't register it. We'll do that next. The decor is chic and sleek, and the inside is bustling with people. It's not what you're usually into, but it's kind of nice not being alone. Even if you feel a little lonely watching families and groups of friends laughing amongst themselves. You'd get some popcorn, but the lines at the concession stands are long and the prices are criminal anyway. You go through the halls and follow the signs to the theater designated on your ticket before heading inside. You sigh at the sight of an absolutely crowded theater. You head towards a seat only to be told by the person next to it that it's being saved for someone. This happens a few more times before you finally manage to get yourself settled into a seat annoyingly off-center to the screen. But the screen is at least visible, if not a little too close, so you grit your teeth and bear it. The lights fade out, but the chatter doesn't. The rest of the audience seems content to talk through the commercials and even through the trailers. You figure the chatter will stop when the movie actually begins. But it doesn't get even slightly quieter and the opening scene starts to play out. You sigh out loud, not thinking anyone would hear you anyway. This is why you avoid movie theaters like the plague. Oh hey, it's the newest movie. You know that one? The one that like we were thinking about watching? Guys, you remember this one, right? Right? Guys, this one? This film? This one? Yeah. Suddenly, the screen changes, showing a face of a black cat. A familiar black cat. Confused murmurs fill the room, but then
The cat on the screen meows. The sound is strange and not at all like any cat should sound. Haunting, almost melodic, and layered as if made of multiple voices of different creatures. Creatures that would probably never say.
All right, master in the comments. Someone's getting the assignment. Oh, yes, of course it's familiar. It's Garfield. Yes, I remember this episode. It's that one. It's a little. I think the cinema needs to improve its picture quality. Actually, it's a little blurry. It's really not doing this movie justice. What are we playing again? I think it's Take the Cat Home. That's all I'm getting. It's Grimchild sound. Of course, that's why it's so familiar. My baby!
You sit in confusion, wondering why you haven't already gotten up and left to complain to the cinema staff. But then you hear it. It's scattered and dissonant at first, but among the crowd, people start to chant along with the cat on the screen. Soon the entire room is chanting in perfect unison, everyone staring intently at the cat on the screen. You're feeling strangely drawn to the screen yourself, but the compulsion to stare blankly like the others isn't that strong. For now. Also, you start to notice out of the corner of your eye that some of the people in your immediate vicinity are looking at you. No. They're outright staring holes into you, even as they continue chanting. They don't miss a beat as they slowly begin to frown at you in blatant disapproval. Their scowls deepen at times, goes on as if they're getting impatient.
What are we doing? What do you guys think? Blend? Of course.
Thinking fast, you look at the screen and begin to chant in tandem with the crowd. Ni, nya, ni, ni, nya, nya, You feel the harshness of their collective gaze start to ebb away, the air in the theater becoming lighter once again. You release air shakily, just realizing that you'd been holding your breath earlier. You feel stuck. Surely you can't just up and leave now. Not after whatever all that was. The people around you all seem fine now, But there's no telling if they'd get aggressive at you if you forever moving too much. Never mind outright getting up and leaving. You decide to let this run its course. Hopefully someone will come along. Right? Or at least turn the film off? You continue to chant along with everyone. Knee, 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 You start to feel lightheaded. You feel as if you could fall asleep, but your eyes don't feel heavy in the slightest. You try to look around and gauge the other's emotional state, but you can't seem to look away from the screen. You try again, but you're still locked onto eye contact with the cat on screen. Knee, 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 You attempt to physically force your line of vision away. You steel your nerves, ready to throw yourself to the ground if you need to. But your body only gets as far as tensing up for a moment before completely loosening itself again, making you lay back limply into your seat. You think you should be panicking right now, but even your brain feels limp. Your thoughts, a vaguely muted pastel pink, airy, sickeningly sweet and loosely spun, like cotton candy. You like cotton candy. You think you shouldn't mind your thoughts and body being like cotton candy either. So, why get up and ruin that? It's nice here. You're more at peace than you've ever felt before in such a crowded room. Still chanting, you've never felt so aligned and in tune with another person, let alone with an entire room full of complete strangers. You're not alone. Out of the corner of your eye, the person next to you starts to sink back even further into their chair. Then they sink more. Then more. Not like they're slouching or reclining, but more like they're deflating. Their skin bounces up and wrinkles like fabric, as if their muscles, their bones, have started to disintegrate. Their eyes dim before sinking into their sockets. Their mouth, still attempting to chant, falls open over a cut-off knee, gasping as the word ends in the awful hiss, a final weak release of air. You muse thoughtfully about whether or not you should be distressed at the sight. But even then, the blanket of peace doesn't leave you. Suddenly, from the pile of skin and clothes next to you, you see a lump moving around. You watch in dazed fascination as the lump makes its way out of the part of the skin where the head used to be, and out from the mouth crawls a tiny black kitten. Nee, nee, nya, ah, ah, ah. You can hear the familiar hissing sound all around you now as the unified chants start to fade, and only to be replaced with the faint mewing of kittens. Finally, your voice is the only one still chanting, still human, and alone. Again, you don't want that. You can't go back to that. Not again. Not again. Please. Just then, you go completely limp. Your body feels light, but it might as well weigh several tons. because you realize quite suddenly that you can't move. Not an inch. You can't shift your eyes to look around. You can't even breathe. But somehow, the chant continues to creak wearily from your mouth. Yeah, 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 A few kittens come forward and perch themselves on the chairs around you, watching your sinking body, mewing as they wait for their youngest sibling to emerge. From you, dozens of glowing eyes peer down at you. And as your eyes start to crawl into the sockets of your softening skull, you manage to make out the silhouette of a familiar cat perching on the seat right in front of you. Your vision finally fades, and at that same hiss of air expels itself from your mouth, the last thing you sense is something small and alive shifting eagerly under your skin. Ending 18. Happy birthday.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream. It's first time we're actually playing this game. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect from it. It's kind of interesting. Apparently we get to make this choice on whether or not we get to take a cat home with us. But, yeah, who knows what could happen. Kind of weird that they have this continue menu here when we haven't really started the game. Also, there's a lot of endings to this, so might as well buckle in. We might be here for a while. Hi, Angie. Hi, welcome in. I'm glad that we're all here today. All right, might as well start this, right? Hold on. Believe me, being alone is not so bad because you are never completely alone. You have yourself. Why are we talking about being alone? That seems kind of interesting. Let's see. Wow, there's a lot of, like, neon chants going on in chat. What's that about? Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's get right back into it. Continue. For no reason whatsoever, I'm gonna press skip. Anyway, let's make our choice. Do we want to take the cat home? Or are we not taking the cat home? What do you guys think? It's a little cutie, isn't it? I'm gonna let the others lead? Sure. You can if you want. Anyone's welcome to... We have 40 endings. Anyone's welcome to chime in. So, don't go to the dog park? I can do that. We will not take the cat home. And we can do the dog park option this time. Monsters, absolutely. We're gonna leave this poor cat. Anyway, for no reason whatsoever, I'm gonna skip. We're leaving it. Don't look cute. For no reason whatsoever again, I'm also gonna skip. Ignore. Bye. Alright. Here we are with our choices of what to do today. And we've already gotten someone saying, go to the dog park. Which is very interesting. You automatically knew to go to the dog park. I don't know how you knew that, but might as well go to the dog park. You decide to take a stroll in the park or something. The only one within walking distance is the nearby dog park. You think it'll make you feel better. First, you get to see a cute cat today. Now you'll get to see a cute dog. Several of them, in fact. The park is bustling with owners and their canine companions, playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, even napping. Such cuties. Whatever. Like you'd want anything to do with these mangy mutts. What's wrong? You didn't think that. You decide to move on. The dogs are all so adorable. You want to pet every single one that you come across. But you know not all owners are cool with strangers just walking up and manhandling their pets.
Not all dogs appreciate it either. So you stroll around the path, trying to exude a welcoming aura that will beckon one of these cute doggies to you. You don't have to wait very long. You stop at the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen, scampers up to you, blocking your path. What should we do? Should we... What should we do? There's so many great fun options for us to choose. Pick up. Oh, you want to kick the puppy? Fascinating answer choice, but you were the first one that actually came in. What? It's just a puppy. There's no way I would ever do that. What should we do? Pick up? Okay. You pick up the puppy and... Terrified, you drop the puppy to the ground. Practically throwing it from you. You immediately feel horrible, wincing in guilt at the tiny yelp it releases upon hitting the ground. The owner shoves you aside with a cutting glare and storms away with their puppy. I'm sorry. You call out, but they don't turn back or respond. Not that you expected them to. You deserved it. You're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave. What do you guys think? Should we stay or should we go? It is just a dog park after all. No? No what? Stay? Stay at the park? Sure. You stay at the park. You try to calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path, but every so often one will run up to you. And when they do, they look wrong. Their owners don't seem to notice. You find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe that wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe... you should have stayed with me instead. You're broken out of your thoughts when something lands gently on your lap. You look down to see a frisbee on your thighs. Hey, sorry about that. Can you throw that back? You look up to see an owner waving at you in the distance, but more importantly... a series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward as you see a large dog sprinting towards you. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Hey, hurry and throw it back! Oh, You throw the frisbee and the dog runs in the opposite direction, jumping and catching it right out of the air. Impressive. The dog and the owner walk up to you. Thanks for that. You can pet him if you want. The dog looks up at you, eager for its reward of pets and pats for catching the frisbee. Should I... What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Huh? I'm scared, Angie. I'm shivering. Angie face is scaring me more. What? What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Really? Are you sure? I'm warning you. Do not touch that mutt, or you will regret it. You reach out your hand. And you pet the dog. The dog seems pleased. You don't feel well. Suddenly, the sky begins to darken rapidly. You look up along with all the pet owners to see the sun has been eclipsed by the moon in the blink of an eye. You vaguely remember that you should never look directly at an eclipse, but for some reason, you don't look away. A loud piercing yowl fills the air, shaking the ground beneath you. You instinctively move to lift your hands in order to shield your ears, but the hand that had been cautiously pressed upon the dog's head comes away with some resistance. Resistance like sticky slime almost cementing your hand to the dog's head. The slime stretches with your movement. The dog's head stretches with it too, as the canine begins to just melt. It melts and melts until it becomes a pile of goo at your feet. You dazedly looked around at the dog's owner, only to find an empty pile of familiar clothes where they once stood. You see similar pieces of clothing next to a pile of goo scattered all across the park's open field. All the dogs. All their owners. They melted goo of the dog in front of you, then starts to move with a shudder. It slithers across the grass towards the field into the center of the park, all the other piles of goo following after it. They mix and meld together into a single entity that shifts and undulates and bulges and grows. You watch in dazed horror as it then fills out and shapes itself. Into a behemoth of a dog, snarling and frothing at the mouth, red eyes frantic and searching, before then growling. The glowing orbs land directly on you. The rumbling growl it emits is so low and deep, you can feel the sound of it crash into you. Leave the park? No. You had your chance. Better start running. You try to run. But you're not fast enough. The behemoth barely takes a few leaps before it's already towering over you. It tears you apart until there's nothing left. Ending 21. Dog person.
Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. How you all doing today? I'm feeling on drugs. Why would you feel that way? I thought it would be a giant cat. Giant dog. Dogs kill, remember. Now's your chance to be a big shot. You quoting Deltarune at me? Why is your model scared? I'm not scared. This is a perfectly normal face to make, isn't it? I am normal. Very normal. Anyways, let's go in. Hold on. Just checking something. Right. All right, let's go in. We're back here again. And back to the choice. Do we take the cat home? Or leave it like the heartless monsters we are? Choose wisely. Oh no, Oliver is controlling her. He's always been controlling me. Anyways. Speaking of Oliver, where did he go? I still don't know where he went. He disappeared earlier. Okay, let's go to the carnival. We don't need a cat for that, so we're not taking the cat. Nope, not tempted. Bye. Nope, nope. Goodbye. We don't care about the cat. Okay, let's go to the carnival. You spend the day at the carnival. Ferris wheel, roller coaster, pharaoh boat. Rides you've been on before. Hoops, coin toss, balloon darts. Games you've played before. Funnel cake, popcorn, cotton candy. Food you've eaten before. All things you've enjoyed before. You're surrounded by groups of people all having fun together. Laughing, playing, eating, taking pictures, making memories. And then there's you. The sun hadn't started to set yet, still high in the sky, but it will soon. You start to wonder if maybe you should just go home for the day. When you stop in your tracks, you see something new. An attraction you've never seen before. A maze of funhouse mirrors? It sounds kind of lame, honestly. There isn't even a line to get in. But then, what else is there to do? What do you guys think? Do we go in? Or ignore it? Tick-tock. Enter. Got it. You enter the maze. A few rooms in and you notice that the mirrors aren't all weird. Some just show you looking back at yourself, a little bored, a lot tired, and so very, very... Maybe this was a mistake. Oh yeah, this will totally go well. No horror movies ever had that. Yeah. We're fine. We're fine. I'm gonna level with you guys. There are a lot of timed segments in this game. And we're gonna go into one of them right now. And so I don't know if there's gonna be a great way to like do a whole chat interaction with this. So just a heads up there. Why did you think going into a maze of mirrors was a good idea?
even if it was something new to experience. For no reason whatsoever, I'm saving here. Yeah, not like the whole, the movie about being stuck in a mirror dimension. Yeah, no, don't know what you're talking about. I can't do this today. You turn around to head back the way you came, only to bump into a mirror. Ow, what the? Where's the exit? You try again, only to find another mirror blocking your way. By the time you're all turned around, you realize that the way you came is completely gone. Okay, don't panic. I just have to keep going forward, right? You step through the only opening you can find and nearly trip over something on the ground. You bend down and pick it up. What's this doing here? In your hand rests a worn-looking flashlight. Curious, you flick it on. Huh? The light doesn't look very... Oh, crap, the lights! Did the power go out, or did the attraction operator forget you were in here? How long have you been in here, actually? You pull out your phone to check the time or maybe call the police. Your phone is dead. You grip the flashlight in your hand. The light it emitted earlier was dim enough for you to know there's probably not much juice left. But best to reserve it for a worst-case scenario and feel your way out. Yeah, you can do this. You take a calming breath. Well, forward we go.
Hello, daring adventurer! Who said that? Welcome to the mirror maze! Would you like to know how to navigate the maze? Welcome to the survival horror part of this game, by the way. Not kidding, we actually get some gameplay. Alright, so let's go ahead and explain the rules. Once again, welcome to the mirror maze. You're in a bit of a jam, but don't worry. You're in good hands. Or rather, good paws. See these little cuties here? They'll be doing their best to guide you through the maze. Aren't they generous? When you enter a room, the emergency light will flash, letting you see the paths before you for a second. And also what lies beyond them. Whenever you see these kind kitties, just go where they are and you'll reach the next room. Unfortunately, they're not the only things in there. It is highly suggested that you refrain from following any of our other guests. They can be sneaky or distracting, but they're always hostile. So please take caution when advancing to the next room. Of course, this wouldn't be much of a mirror maze without mirrors. Can they hurt you? No, they're just mirrors, silly. They don't do anything at all. And you can't do anything to them either. They're just an obstacle you can't pass through. Go left, go center, or go right. The choice is yours, though. If you find a room with no helpful kitties in sight, and all paths lead to a mirror or something else, it's recommended you stay put. And just maybe, it will work itself out. Now for your navigation tools. That flashlight you found doesn't have much juice left. It'll only let you get a quick extra peek at your surroundings about 5 times. So try not to use it all at once. You can keep track of your progress through the rooms up to the left, and your lives up to the right. You've got 3 lives, so be careful to avoid the less friendly guests lurking around.
Why only 3 oh wait, no. Why only 3 lives, you ask? Because you're soft and squishy. It wouldn't take much to damage you beyond repair. And besides, you're human. And humans usually only have the 1 life. Yes? And yet here, you get 3. Don't you think you ought to show a little more gratitude? And that's the end of your tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful. Are you ready to play? We have a few options here. It's referring to us as human. It is in fact. It's as if the person speaking to us isn't human. Anyway, we have a few options that we can ask it. What do you guys think? What should we ask our disembodied voice? Or we could just play. Let me go. Am I allowed to swear in Portuguese? I mean, it depends. YouTube might self-censor you. Can you let me go? Your request to forfeit is denied. Let me out of here. Screaming is not allowed in the maze. Thanks. Anyway, yeah, this is the part of the game that I think that there might be some flashing lights, so just be aware of that going forward. Be aware of anyone that bothers. Alright. On that note, let's start the game. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go! It was right. Okay, next room. Right again. Okay, next room. Left. Stay. This room feels off. Just wait. I think something just changed. Oh my god, that one. The one over on the right just there, that's nightmare fuel. Okay. Okay, next room. Oh my god. Just the wall of eyes. Oh crap. Oh, it's an evil cat. I thought it was a normal one because I was staring at the wall of eyes. Whoopsies, we lost a life. Stay. We'll just wait for that one. Middle. Okay, next room. Right. Right. Right still. Right is right. Right is still right. Middle. Middle. That's just mirrors. Left. Center. Right. Center. Left. Center. We're almost through! Center. Left. Easy! Stay. You see it. The exit. You run forward, but as you do, the scenery shifts. Just slightly at first. But you're running too fast to stop yourself from colliding into the glass. Except, you don't quite go into the glass. You don't exactly collide with it either. You simply pass through it. And on the other side, you see an endless white void and... yourself? Dozens of you. Hundreds of you wandering around. Aimless. Faceless. And empty. So empty and listless, they don't even acknowledge your presence. You try to turn back, but the glass doesn't give. Past the glass. A familiar black cat walks up and looks at you. You think it meows at you, but you can't make out the sound. It tilts its head, then walks away. The glass goes dark. Then you watch helplessly as it disappears completely. You're trapped, with only yourself as company. Ending 19. You beat the maze!
We did it, guys! We beat the maze! Isn't that cool? I mean, the reward was kind of but we beat the maze! Alright. So, back on to our, never played this game before, never seen anything, never, all of these, never seen any of it. Weird that we already have endings unlocked when we've never done this before. Anyways, let's continue, and for no reason whatsoever, skip. Okay! Do we take the cat home? Or do we leave it? What's your answer? I'm trying to remember how many endings are with each one. Little bit of spoilers there, like breaking the fourth wall just a little bit here. But trying to remember how many endings we have left with each option. And yeah, we still have endings for all of them that we haven't gotten yet. So, have fun. Go ahead and decide. Take the cat home or leave it. I would say take it. Sure thing. We can take the cat. For no reason, I'm also skipping. All right. Do we do something alone with the cat? Or do something alone with the cat? Do we do something alone or do something with the cat? Our new best friend. Where's my cat? I still don't know where he went. Do something alone? Sure.
Like what?
All right, we can clean our apartment. Whew, God knows I need to do that. Watch a movie, take a nap, or second thought I think just means we'll just go back to the same menu. Decide. Oliver is growing wings right now. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. Clean up? Yeah, God knows we need to. You decide that even if it's your day off, that doesn't mean you should be completely unproductive. You know you have a guest and all, but you really shouldn't put off your chores. Best to get them done while you're in the mood to do so. So for now, you get dressed, roll up your sleeves, and get to work on cleaning the apartment. At least, you try to. You sweep the living room. You wipe the kitchen counter. You Okay, you don't make your bed, but but who actually does that anyways?
Still, you notice that no matter how much you clean up, you keep finding more messes than when you started. You peek over at the cat. You suspect that it might be the culprit behind this mystery. But every time you rush to check on it or catch it in the act, you always find it napping in the living room.
This is just regular cat behavior. This is just having a cat. This is what owning a cat is like. You can't clean anything.
You keep cleaning, but the cat, or something, keeps leaving more and more of a mess in its wake.
The result, you have met the abyssal god, made flesh under the bottom of your bathtub. Yeah. Anyways, what are we doing? Do we keep cleaning? Or catch the cat? Catch? Sure thing.
How are you supposed to finish cleaning up if this little imp is making a menace of itself? No. You know the cat's the culprit. You consider locking it up in the bathroom, at least until you clean the rest of the apartment. But it just doesn't seem fair when you don't actually have any proof. You need to investigate this further. You need proof. Not just for the sake of your sanity, but more importantly, for the sake of cleanliness. You start to clean again and peek behind you, catching mere glimpses of a paw here or a tail there. But as with earlier, when you rush back to the living room, the cat is still sleeping. Okay, you want to play, cat? Then let's play. This time, you decide to lay a trap, one your feline friend won't be able to resist. You tackle the kitchen island counter and give it the works. It's glistening by the time you're done. It's so clean, you dropkick anyone who even thought of eating off of it. The perfect trap for your little cleaning saboteur. You whistle innocently as you exit the room and hide around the corner of the entryway to the hall. From the angle you're at, you have a perfect view of the cat and the island counter. There's no way you won't catch the culprit in the act now. If it really isn't the cat, maybe you'll give it a treat as an apology for your suspicions. But as you deliberate, if you should stop by the grocery store to get some fish, the cat starts to shift. Its back that was rising and falling evenly moments ago is now rippling in small tremors like an agitated wave on a black sea. It's shuddering. It's bubbling. It's bulging. What the hell? You gape in disbelief as another cat bursts out of the still sleeping feline you'd taken home with you. You're fairly certain that's not how cats give birth. But more importantly, you watch cat number 2 shake itself off before leaping up onto the counter, rolling around on top of it and leaving fur and grime in its wake. Probably should have given it a bath earlier. You feel like your mind is lagging behind the reality of the discovery you've just made. But you don't seem capable of thinking beyond smaller observations. For example, through the hows and whys of what you've witnessing elude you, the more pertinent question that strikes you is that the original cat is still sleeping, and the clone cat is busy making yet another mess. Then where are all the other clones? Suddenly, the two cats look directly at you in perfect unison. Their eyes pin you to the spot with their intensity. But you realize with the familiar sinking feeling of being watched from behind that they're not the only ones looking at you. You slowly turn around.
You thought you were adopting one cat, but actually...
Packed in the hall behind you, from the floor to the ceiling, is a living, breathing, writhing wall of cats, of clones, all piled on top of each other. The glowing golden eyes of every cat in the undulating wall of pure black fur. Every single eye is trained on you. Out of fear and sheer desperate need to distance yourself from the blight on reality and order, you take a single step back. And in response, the wall just breaks. The cats all stampeding over you. It'd be kind of cute if their soft paws weren't hiding claws as sharp as knives. You try to protect yourself, but there's just too many of them. Blood leaks steadily from your scratches. You feel dizzy. With what little strength you have, you turn your head and watch as the cats tear through carpet and upholstery, knock over vases and dishes and lamps, claw at the walls. It's going to take forever to clean this up, you think. Maybe you'll tackle it again later, right after you take a short nap. With an annoyed sigh, you breathe your last breath. Ending 2, Double Trouble. That is a spiteful... The only thing you could think of in the end was that you were gonna have to clean all this up. This is the last thing you think of, just like, oh God, this damn mess. I'm gonna be cleaning all the way from hell. Anyway, welcome back, guys. This is a totally new episode of a game we definitely haven't been playing for almost 2 hours now. Let's continue. Well, actually, before that, I'm gonna look at our endings real fast, just to see. Let's see. Yep, that's 40 endings, all right. Let's continue. Okay, back here again on whether we take the cat home or we leave it behind. I've been letting chat choose a lot right now, which I don't mind. You guys can feel free to just jump in at any time and choose for me. I don't mind you guys making the decisions on visual novels like this. But I haven't really chosen anything yet, so I'm just gonna take the cat home. And since we're here, I'm now going to do something with the cat. What do we do with the cat? Well, pet the cat. Obviously, we haven't patted the cat yet. We haven't patted it. Obviously, we need to. Angie, how about we all make a vote to let you choose what you want this time? You can. Chat is welcome to do whatever they want in these visual novel streams. It's not every day you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. What else is there to do but pet it to your heart's content? You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. You're so cute, look at him, he's so adorable. The cat dashes over to you, immediately climbing into your lap. Poor thing, you just want some affection, don't you? All right, all right. You carefully pet the cat. A rub behind an ear, a scratch under the chin, a smooth sweep along the back. I want the stream to last 72 hours. I'll be dead. Oh my god, my voice. Good. You keep petting the cat in your lap, enjoying the bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. I understand. It probably doesn't want to be pet anymore. It's like, it gets really annoying when people just keep, like, petting you over and over again without any say in it whatsoever. You're not quite ready to stop. You feel so calm. The repetitive actions soothing your usual overworking mind. You keep petting. The cat leans away from your next head pat. It's trying to get out of your lap. When you scratch under the cat's chin, it bites your fingers. You might be bleeding, but it really barely hurts. More of a warning than anything. The cat struggles in your hold. It's watching you closely. How do you know that, Angie? No further comments, please. Cute cat, isn't it? It's so adorable. You keep petting the cat. The cat bites off your finger. It hurts. You're definitely bleeding now. But for some reason, you just can't stop. You don't know why that is. Its fur is so much softer than you realized. You'd think that it would be shining in the faint light of your living room, but it's as if the darkness of the cat's black coat is sucking in all the illumination around it, rendering it completely null. You're drawn to it, like you're somehow holding a deep, dark abyss right in your lap. It seems calmer now, munching down on your severed finger. The stump between your thumb and middle finger is leaking. But you keep petting. You fret that your blood will ruin its fur, but the cat no longer seems to mind. Time passes. It's dark out now. Soft as the fur is, your palm has started to feel raw and damp under its constant friction from your petting. You think faintly that maybe you've had enough. You start to lift your hand from the cat, when in a flash, your entire hand is separated from your wrist. It flops onto your lap beside the cat. The cat's claws on its front right paw glisten with crimson liquid. You don't feel it for a moment, but your body tenses, anticipating the pain as you blankly watch the cat lick at the bloody palm of your severed hand. It hurts. It really, really hurts. Then the cat looks up at you, and you feel compelled to keep petting. You're reluctant, but you're also afraid of what will happen if you don't heed the call. What will you lose next if you try to resist again? You were hurt for your insistent petting earlier, yet now you've been hurt for trying to stop. It defies all logic, but that's what scares you. There's no reasoning with such fickle whims. You feebly try to raise your uninjured hand to pet the cat, but it stiffens, golden eyes glinting dangerously. Well, all right then. You raise your bleeding stump and resume your petting to the best of your ability. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet and you. Personal boundaries. Ending 7.
And this is why we respect each other's boundaries. Oh, love bites. Yeah, exactly, love bites. Dude, I said, okay, so we just got our finger bit off by a cat. Then my mama says, good kitty. Yeah, look at him. He's a cute little kitty. Alright. So, welcome back to this stream that's definitely never happened before in this day that we haven't been reliving over and over again. Let's continue, and for no reason we're gonna skip this. Alright guys, do we take the cat home or do we not take the cat home? What do you guys think? Look at this cutie, look at this little baby. You guys let me choose last time. But you guys are welcome to choose again. We still have endings on every single option that we have not gotten yet. Don't take it home, it's not cute enough. How could you, you monster? Skip. Okay. What should we do? Do we just leave it? Do we feed it? Do we play with it? What's our options? We're not ready for one of the options here, so we can't do that. But other than that, what are you guys thinking? We can't do it. See?
You are not ready.
Got it? So what are we doing? Give me something to do. Punt it? I don't really see that as an option. I think that means play with the cat. I think punting it means play with the cat.
Aw, you just want a little attention, don't you? The poor thing must be bored sitting in a box all day. You're not sure you're much of an interesting companion, but you're willing to do your best.
If you choose something we've done before, I'll stop you. But all of those options still had endings attached to it.
There's gotta be something you can entertain the little critter with. But what?
We haven't done any of these. We haven't chosen this option at all. So anything you guys choose is fresh. Pockets? Got it. Give Filbert to him. Filbert is my food.
You dig into your pockets. You find a small piece of string in your left pocket. Not very helpful. The string is far too short. An eager and excited cat leaping for it could easily lead to you getting bitten and scratched. In your right pocket is a bar of chocolate. Not too helpful either right now. The only thing you've got on you is your phone. It's not much of anything the cat can play with, but there is something you can do. Photo montage! Well, that was fun, right? Well, you enjoyed yourself. With nothing else to do and no intention of taking the cat home, you decide it's probably best to just leave. You don't want the cat to get too attached after all. At least you'll have some memories to take with you. Okay, see you around, I guess. Good luck. Okay. You turn and walk away, but as you leave the alley... Huh? Your phone just got a message. You open it up and... What? Aren't I a cutie? It's a picture of a familiar-looking cat. Oh no, don't make him an iPad kid. Might be a little too late. Looks like he already was one. Huh? The cat does look cute. And happier in the picture. But it's not a picture you recognize. What the heck? Did I? You didn't take this picture. You peek over your shoulder at the cat. But the cat is simply looking at you. That was a jerk move to go to a stray cat, take a photo, and leave him behind. It was kind of. Be like, oh, don't worry, kitty, I'll play with you. No, I'm gonna take pictures of you, actually. Bye! It mews sadly, as if pleading for you to come back. You ignore the cat and briskly walk out of the alley without another look. Phew. That was weird. You're a good distance away when... Hiya, welcome back in. Not again. You reluctantly look at the new message and... Don't ignore me. Creeped out, you decide to just go home. I know you're seeing these. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Teeth. 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 Come back. Can see you. Can always see you. You can't hide. I'll always find you. Ooh. He put the little... Oh. Your eyes dart around nervously, certain that you're being followed. But there's nothing there. Just love the threatening little, like, I can see you, followed by the little, like, it's like, imagine your killer just standing outside, just like, totally gonna murder you. That's so stupid. That should not be quite as funny for me. Poke the eyes. I'll see if I can get the chance to. You're finally home, but you feel too shaken for any relief to calm you down. You rush to the bathroom and slam the door behind you. Everything's okay. This isn't real. It's just a bad dream. Everything's okay. You fumble in the dark to turn on the sink and splash your face with some cold water, hoping it will calm you down and stop the hallucinations. Because that's all they are, right? hallucinations. You're really regretting leaving home today. You must have been overworking yourself more than you realized. Yeah, that must be. You jump as your phone alerts you to yet another message received.
For no reason whatsoever, I'm just gonna save right there. I don't remember if there's a different ending or not. I'm gonna be honest, but
might as well. With shaking hands, you look at your phone. Hi, friend. Teeth.
Poke. I don't think poking the eye was a good idea. I'm not sure. I'm not sure poking the eye was a good idea. If the cat could communicate with the phone, why did he not say anything when he was hungry? Cat seems to be able to do a lot of things. Best friends forever. Yep. That's us.
You... What? Startled, you whirl around and instinctively jump back. You... slip, smashing the back of your head into the bathroom mirror. You don't register the pain just yet, your eyes shifting wildly around the room. Hey, look, the cat eyes are there. There's nothing there. Nothing at all. You feel dizzy. You dazedly feel the back of your head and examine your hand. You can't really see anything, but it feels warm and wet. The smell of copper fills the air. The dizziness overwhelms you and you collapse on the bathroom tiles. Help. You reach for your phone to call an ambulance. The batteries are dead. Ending 30. Photobomber.
Well, anyways. We could load up some of these now, I guess. Get some of the ones that we, missed. So, we can start back with that one so we don't have to press that one again. Let's do ignore phone now.
The phone vibrates insistently over and over. But you just can't look. You keep your eyes squeezed shut, your fingers tightly grip the sink. In your mind, you beg whoever or whatever is doing this to just stop already. Please, please, please just put me out of my misery. You mutter this quietly. You don't really mean it. You don't. But as the words take shape in the darkest corners of your mind, the phone immediately stops vibrating. You'd think this would give you relief, but you only feel dread sinking heavily into your stomach. You can feel eyes on you. You can feel puffs of air on the back of your neck. Damp and deep and slow. You take a deep breath and open your eyes. You look at the mirror. Nothing. You peek around the room. Still nothing. Nothing at all. But you know that something is there, waiting to be acknowledged, for you to accept the fact of its existence. Only then will it deign to give you peace, to free you from a life of constantly looking over your shoulder, of fearing your own image, your own reflection. You can feel its patience, limitless and old. You can't win against it in a war of attrition. Your lifespan will long expire before it tires of you. So, you close your eyes and accept it. As your head is severed from your neck, you're filled with peace, grateful that at the very least, you never had to see it. Whatever it was. Ending 31. Headshot. All right, back to this again. All right, what have we gotten so far? Okay, quite a few. 9 out of 40, let's go. Though I know some of them are just variations. Okay. Let's continue. Skip. And what are we doing? Do we take the cat home? Or do we leave it? I'm getting smothered by my mom. I can't help you there. Since the beginning, the game has the same vibes as I gently open the door. Yeah. Leave it and just go home. Do we have that option? I'm not sure if we have the option to just go home. Yeah, see, our options are to go to a movie. Or the carnival or the dog park. Which, I think, if we're doing endings left, I think we have one more ending for the movie theater and one more ending for the carnival. So, we can go ahead and do those here. I'm gonna go with the movie. And we're gonna go, again, skip dialogue that we've already seen. And go to the old theater this time. You eagerly buy your ticket from the kind old man at the booth and head inside. I want the fish. I am a fish already! I'm already a fish! You can't want something you already have. It's barren of any trace of other people, and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s. Maybe even 70s. But it's what you were counting on. You consider buying some popcorn, but can't help but be concerned that everything at the concession stand might be expired. You move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater designated on your ticket stub. As expected, the theater your movie will be playing in is completely empty. Perfect. You pick a spot right in the middle, even counting the seats and taking into consideration the gap of the staircase. As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds. Before the screen flickers on, no commercials or trailers pop up, the movie just begins. Pleased, you shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene. But just as you're getting into the premise, the doors open behind you, momentarily casting light into the room and ruining the atmosphere. You hold in a frustrated sigh. It's a public establishment after all. The place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. You try to refocus on the movie, but you sense a new presence slowly shifting around the theater, before heading in your general direction. What? You gape in utter disbelief as the stranger shuffles down the aisle, only to sit right in front of you. We might have to throw a drink at him. There's no one else here, and plenty of places to sit. The stranger is also unusually tall. Even with the stadium-like arrangement of the seats being on a somewhat steep incline, they're completely blocking your view. We have a few options. Alright.
I know what fish you want. I get what fish you want. I can do that. But I'm gonna be alternating, okay? I'm not gonna stay as the same fish. Move? Alright. Wait till I finish this ending. And then we'll switch the fish. You don't want to risk escalating the situation further. This whole thing is already making you uneasy. Why would they choose to sit right in front of you? Surely they know you wouldn't be able to see past them. Shaking your head with a passive-aggressive scoff in the stranger's direction, you reluctantly pick another, less perfect seat in the theater. But as you settle down, you see the stranger person get up, only to once again sit down in the seat directly in front of you. You look around somewhat helplessly, as if waiting for someone to silently agree with you about how odd all of this is, only to, or at least to inform you that it's all an elaborate prank. But there's no one else here with you. That's how you've always liked it. But you can't help but think that maybe it would be nice to have someone else here if it meant not being alone with this weird jerk. Sit in the first row. All right, well, move. You move again. And again, they sit right in front of you. You bristle, annoyed and a little humiliated. And they just getting a kick out of this, or are they just getting a kick out of this or something? You've wasted enough time with this jerk that you don't even know what's going on in a movie anymore. Confront. You hate confrontation. You can already feel your palms starting to sweat at the idea of it. Your throat's closing up and your body's starting to shake. You've always been more of a flighter than a fighter. But you paid for this ticket. You've wanted to watch this movie for ages. And now this total stranger has ruined the entire experience for you. You're all alone in the theater. There's no one who will help you if something goes wrong. But you're angry enough that you ignore the signs of your body begging you to put as much distance as you can between yourself and this stranger. You stand up, even standing and higher up in the incline. The stranger is still at least a head taller than you. The movie continues to play in the background, but you feel as if a hush immediately falls heavy on the theater at your movement. As if you can see the sense of the stranger anticipating what you plan to do next. You square your shoulders and force a little bass into your voice. Hey! The effort makes your words come out more harshly than you intended, like a sudden and vicious bark. But you figure they deserve it anyway. You're being a real jerk, you know that? Just what are you playing at, huh? Are you trying to piss me off? The silence that follows your words is deafening. So much so that you glance at the screen only to find that the movie has paused? Your attention is ripped back to the stranger in front of you as they shift slightly, like a small animal trying desperately to anticipate the moves of a predator. You don't move an inch. You don't look away. You don't dare to blink. Instead, your eyes widen as the person's head turns, then turns some more. Then turns more, beyond what should be possible, neck bones cracking, to face you directly. You can't move. Wide glowing eyes resting above a wider grinning mouth gaze down at you. The stranger opens their mouth and what comes out is something impossible to comprehend. It's back! The voice is endlessly deep and cracks like a weighty door, foreboding and oddly melodic. Alluring. But it also snaps you out of your terrified trance, and before you know it, you're already out the door.
You run through the halls of the empty theater, heading for the exit. You feel something watching you from behind. But you're too afraid to look. The exit now in sight, you sprint forward and burst through the doors. You look around frantically and spot the crowded cinema across the street. People, that's what you need. Safety in numbers and all that. Without thinking, you rush into the street when a sinking sensation crawls down your spine, compelling you to look behind you. For no reason whatsoever. Despite your resistance, you feel your head turning to look back on its own accord. While in the middle of the street, you catch a glimpse of a grotesque-looking person standing behind the glass doors of the old theater, watching you intensely, cradling something in their arms, something familiar. But a glimpse is all you get, as the truck speeds forward and crashes into your body. You're killed on impact, your body splattered across the road and crushed further under the heavy tires. Ending 16. Poor screening arrangements. Yeah, we got isekai'd! Truck's on! It's Truckcoon! He came to isekai us! Take us to a better, less cosmic horror experience! Alright. We're just gonna go back to that. And we'll go to the new cinema. Refusing to even risk a peek over your shoulder, you rush across the street to the new cinema theater. You didn't realize that it felt like you've been surrounded by some kind of dreadful pressure. Until it very suddenly vanishes, leaving you feeling more like a little shaken. But at the least, breathing comes easier. You think it's within your best interest to repress everything that just happened. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna skip all this because we know what happens. And instead of blending in with the crowd, we're going to try to leave. This is too weird. I need to get out of here. Gathering your courage, or perhaps putting your fear to use, you stand up, fully intending to leave the theater. When everything comes to an abrupt stop, all of the chattering stops, even the cats chanting on the screen. You tense and risk a glance around the theater. They're all staring at you. Every single one of them. They're not moving. They're not even blinking. You swallow, throat suddenly dry even though a nervous sweat completely soaks through your clothes. You highly doubt that sitting back down will fix the situation. Your legs are shaking under the audience's naturally intense scrutiny. But you force yourself to step forward and forward and forward until you finally reach the end of the aisle. You feel their collective gaze, even worse on the staircase. All their heads have turned uncomfortably to the left to look directly at you. The screen illuminates their faces, making clear their blank scowls. They seem more upset than they had been minutes ago. Identical frown lines digging between their brows. You keep going, the heavy atmosphere becoming more and more oppressive with each step. You're so tense with anticipation that you fully expect someone to grab at you from behind. But no one does. You don't hear any of them even get up. You exit the theater, holding your breath as the doors close behind you. You briskly walk through the halls, putting as much distance as possible between you and the theater full of people. Finally reaching the lobby, you just barely manage to catch yourself from falling to the floor as you gulp in huge gasps of air. You expect to feel relief as your breathing calms, but you feel a lingering sense of dread that only spikes once you finally notice it, as well as its source. You look up, and your stomach sinks. Poke. All the people in the lobby area of the movie theater, everyone in line at the concession stand, all of them are staring at you. And they look even angrier than the people in the theater. You don't hesitate this time. You duck your head, avoiding eye contact, and leave the theater. You ignore the glare of everyone in the ticket booth and the lines leading to them. You make your way home. Whenever you dare to look up at someone on the way, you flinch at the blatant, angry fury and disgust on their face. You think you start to hear the faint sound of a cat's mewing behind you, or maybe a kitten's? It doesn't matter. You just want to go home. You reach your front door and fumble with the keys, cowering from the look of pure hatred on your neighbor's face as he stares at you from his door. Finally, you get inside your apartment, lock all the locks on the door, and slide down with your back against it till you're sitting on the floor. You allow yourself a moment to breathe. Now home, your heartbeat calms and your fear slowly bleeds from you, leaving you feeling strangely empty. You pass the kitchen, head to your room, and slip under the covers of your bed, trying to fall asleep. Maybe it's all just a bad dream. As you fall into the fitful sleep, sure to be full of nightmares of glaring eyes, you try to ignore the ever-increasing sound of cats mewing and yowling in the distance outside your apartment. Ending 17. Black Sheep.
Where can I find this cat? In an alley. In an alley. In town. Gotta go in town first and then find it in an alley in a box, then take it home. Grimchild has gone too far. He's isolated us. Alright. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do the endings for the rest of the outings, which I think is just getting a bad ending for the funhouse. So we're gonna be back here and get this. No, but I have some questions. Can you let me go? We already did this, but... Alright, let's play and get all the wrong answers. Straight seems good. Ow. Alright, straight seems good again. Ow. Okay, straight final answer. Ow. I'm dead.
Suddenly, the lights turn on. Your eyes burn from the sudden brightness. As your vision adjusts, you see that you're completely surrounded by mirrors. The reflections all grotesque in unique ways. Look nothing like you. I don't know what you're talking about. This one over here looks exactly like me. But they do look hungry. You back up. You don't know where to go. Was there even a way out to begin with? Your back bumps into a mirror and feel a hand firmly grip your shoulders. Chomp. There's a sharp pain in your other shoulder. You rip away, looking back to see something leaning out of the mirror. Its face has no features, save for the large gaping mouth, stained with your blood. Looking around in a panic, you think that the mirrors feel closer than before. The path you'd come from is long gone, You're surrounded, and every time you blink, you could swear the mirrors were getting closer and closer and closer. Your horrifying reflections looking hungrier and hungrier and hungry. Ending 20. You failed the maze. Alright, I think that's the last one that we... What? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was just so tired of everything. Not you. Never you. But I couldn't be the person you deserve. Couldn't ever hope to be. You were so amazing, smart and talented and independent. You shined. But in comparison, Damn it. It's so stupid. So worthless. But when it approached me, it didn't tell me what it wanted. It wanted me. It needed me. Maybe that's what I wanted all along. Wanting could be so fleeting, but to be needed? There was nothing I wouldn't give to have someone tell me that I mattered to them, that they needed me. Anyways, back to our happy, normal day. That is absolutely perfect today. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. Anyways, we're going to go right back to our lovely kitty cats. And nothing wrong has ever happened ever before. Absolutely nothing. What's Groundhog Day again? Can't remember. Anyways. I think we have exhausted all of the options of actually leaving the cat. So instead, and for the sake of time now, if you guys want to jump in with answers, you're welcome to. But I think I'm going to be going in order from the endings that I know are there. All right, let's take this cat home. All right, so we are going to, if we're going in order here because we're trying to get the endings, because we need the endings in order to unlock a certain question mark, let's go ahead and do something alone. Like what? Let's see. We didn't get the other thing for clean the apartment, right? If I remember that right. Yeah. So there's another ending for clean the apartment that we didn't get. So I'm going to skip. And now instead of doing catch the cat in the act, we're going to press keep cleaning. You keep cleaning, but there's just more mess and more and more. When you finally stop and look around you, you don't even recognize your home anymore. There's piles of junk everywhere. Do you even own this much stuff? You don't remember even buying or receiving most of it. The piles tower over you. You feel claustrophobic. The stench of garbage is overwhelming, despite your hands feeling raw from the cleaner fluid you've been using. Your eyes still burn with the bleach. You need some air. You need to get out of here. You hear a crash and see a teacup you're certain you don't own smashed on the floor. Yeah, that's just how cats are. That's just a cat. That's just owning a cat. That's how you know exactly, that's how you know it's your home. How you own a cat, everything is a mess constantly and you can never clean it, and then you see something break because they knocked something off of whatever. It just happens. It's owning a cat. Alright. You look up to see the cat perched on a teetering pile of china and kitchen appliances. It carefully nudges another teacup from the pile, sending it careening to the ground. How often do Oliver bring this much stuff home? I mean, he doesn't bring stuff home, but he does knock things off the cabinet all the time. He's broken like 3 of my mugs. But you don't even flinch as it shatters. Instead, you start to chuckle. Suddenly you're laughing. It's so hilarious. The tears start running down your face. I knew it was you! You did this, didn't you? You pick up the largest piece of ceramic from the broken teacups. Didn't you? And throw it at the cat. The cat dodges by leaping off the pile. The pile sways. It sways. It's falling. It's falling towards you. You can't move. You're buried. The pile fell on top of you. Broken shards of fine china and sharp utensils are piercing your skin. Your organs. Your bones feel loose and limp, crushed under the heavy appliances. Warm liquid pools under you. With the last of your strength, you listen as the cat pads over to you before lying down and purring sleepily. Yeah, a nap sounds pretty good. Ending 1. A not-so-clean getaway. Alright. Now, we will be going into the next ending. We're going to take the cat home again. And, once again, we are going to be doing... Well, I guess we're just doing this in order now. I let you guys have your fun for a while. And you guys are still welcome to, pitch in answers that we haven't done yet. But, yeah, for the sake of time, I'll just start going in order. So, we are gonna watch a movie. You're not tired enough for a nap, but you're too lazy to get started on any of your chores. So, you decide to watch a movie. You get dressed in your favorite pajamas, make some popcorn with an obscene amount of butter, and head over to the armchair. Only to discover that the cat is already napping in it. Can we have the other fish? It's still me! Just because I, take a different form doesn't mean it's not me. There's no need to say other fish. Okay, fine. Look, I'm a fish now. See? I guess since I'm a fish, I'll move over to this side of the screen. Whoop. There. There, I'm a fish. You happy? Do you guys only love me when I'm a fish? Is that it? Is that the only time you can love me? Oh, hail King Oliver the Flyman. He's very talented. My boy is very talented. Alright. Let's see. There we are. You frown a little in thought. You're always a fish. It's true, I'm always a fish, but I'm in fish form right now. So, the question is more do you guys only love me when I'm in fish form?
You'll never love my anime form.
Your couch isn't at the best angle for optimal TV viewing pleasure, and you don't feel like pushing it around and having to put it back later. The only options you have left are to sit on the floor, or move the cat and reclaim your throne.
I only love Oliver. I see how it is. I see how it is. You know, it's a fair answer. I'm not even mad by that. You shall only be fish form. No! I designed this anime, girl, and I'm going to use this design. Floor? Got it.
You decide to sit on the floor. The cat is a guest after all, and you pride yourself on being a good host if nothing else. Well, at least you would if you'd ever had any guests over before. You grab a blanket and some pillows and make a comfy nest in the front of the chair. You pop in a random movie from your collection and can tell instantly that it's one of your favorite horror films. You've seen it a few times already, but it never fails to get your blood pumping. A few minutes in, and you're already invested, getting reacquainted with the story and the characters. The scares won't come until later, but for some reason you feel like something is watching you from behind. You know it's probably nothing, but you feel compelled to check anyway. You peek over your shoulder.
Yeah!
Only to jump out of your skin, jostled a few pieces of popcorn out of the bowl in your lap. The cat is awake and looking right at you. You take a calming breath, recovering from your heart nearly lurching out of your chest, and immediately feel foolish. It was just the cat, of course. It was so quiet you'd forgotten it was right behind you.
Yes, they said popcorn. It's a common dish. I don't get triggered just by corn at all. Why is Satan so cute? What do we name the cat? It's Midnight, the Great Lord Lucifer II. Yeah. What a beautiful cat. Even though it's the whole reason you're sitting on the floor in the first place. You shakily pick up the remote, intending to rewind some of the parts you missed. However, as soon as you press the rewind button, the TV shuts off. You blink, confused. Nothing else turned off. The kitchen's dimmed light was still on. The digital clock was still glowing, and the movie player was still rewinding. The power clearly didn't go out, so why? Jesus Christ, by such a long name? Chat chose. Specifically, I took all of chat's names and put them together.
You feel a chill run down your spine as you catch the cat's reflection in the dark TV screen. It's still looking at you. Cats stare, silly. It's kind of their thing, right? And you're a new addition in his life. Of course it's going to study you closely to see if you're trustworthy. As you mentally reassure yourself, you turn the TV back on. What? The TV's on, but the movie isn't playing on screen. It's you? You watch yourself from on screen as you feel your brow furrow in tandem. It's like footage of you in real time, like you're being recorded. You feel the familiar sensation of your mind focusing on small details to avoid the bigger picture of the current situation.
You're only allowed... What do you mean I'm only allowed to be in fit? This is my channel! This is my channel! You can't just tell me to only be in fish form!
Avoiding the questions of how this is happening, or of who or what is doing this, and why. Suddenly your mirrored self smiles and waves at you all on its own. You don't wave back, too stunned to move. The you on the screen doesn't seem to mind though. It then stands up. It walks out of frame. And A terrified yell runs out of your mouth before you can think to stifle it. On screen in the chair is the cat. But it's wrong. It's become a large, swollen mass of black fur. Its twitching pulse are arrhythmical with the slow, almost methodical breaths. Its mouth is a yawning entrance to a black abyss, framed by a set of teeth that look very, very sharp. Glowing eyes bulge all over its body. It's still looking at you. It doesn't even acknowledge your on-screen persona as they walk back into frame and pet it almost lovingly. Then, the you inside the TV touches one of the cat's fangs. You flinch at the sudden sharp pain in your palm. You look down and sure enough, your hand is bleeding. You're not particularly afraid of blood, but for some reason the sight of it leaking out of you sends another chill down your back. A thought, clear and terrible, flashes across your mind. It's not just the mutated cat in the TV that's watching you. Is it? Don't look behind you, don't look behind you, don't look behind you, don't look behind you, don't look behind you. Don't look behind you. You watch helplessly as your on-screen self smiles and nods at you almost encouragingly. They stand in front of the cat's gaping jaws. They look into the dark depths. And as you're torn between the horrifying realization of what's about to happen and the gripping wonder of what they see looking back at them from the deep, deep darkness, they jump in. Darkness is a sudden presence all around you, pressing in, holding you down, and yet you somehow also feel weightless. You can't tell if you're falling, but it doesn't feel like you're laying down or standing either. You feel warm. You feel cold. You feel everything. You feel nothing. You feel nothing. Ending 3. Silent film.
And we're gonna load that back up. And we're kicking the cat out now. It took our chair, we gotta kick it out.
You square your shoulders. Sorry, kitty, but that's my spot. You pick up the cat and place it on the floor. It's clearly upset with you. When you try to pet it as an apology, it dodges your hand and scampers away. You shrug and put on a random movie before nestling into your chair. It's some horror film that you love to heckle from beginning to end. Nothing but an endless string of pointless jump scares. Did the writers not know the meaning of the word subtle?
Sorry, Angie, I can't take you serious with a scary voice when you're in fish form. I know! I know how it looks! I'm trying my best here with all my voice work, but I'm a fish! I'm a stupid, silly fish, and I can't look scary! I mean, not that the anime form looks scary or anything, but come on! At least the other one I could like get some ambiance going. Right now I just look like I'm some sort of comedy act. I'm trying to take myself seriously here, but there's only so much I can do. Angie, I allow you to be a mermaid thingy again. Oh, thank you. Hey, there's a cat in my face. All right, I'm gonna move over here. There, I'm back. Back to your scheduled Angie. You have a scary fish face. Yeah, but it's like, it's like play scary. It's not like rah scary or anything. I just want to be a cute anime girl. I just want to be a cute anime girl. My dear, that face with just a small dot little pupil and smile is scary. I can do that. I can do it. Am I scary now? Am I frightening to you? We can just sit here in silence while you stare at me. Just me. Who needs a cat? Sorry, Oliver. You can just watch me. As I stare at you. We can just stay like this. For a long,
long, long, long time.
I can't. When you say Doki Doki, Angie, I can't. I break it. Do you think the cat would like anglerfish? I think this one might. This one might. I'll admit. All right, all right. What's at the bottom left? It's hideous. Excuse you. I'll have you know. I don't actually have a comeback. Fuck you. Let's go on, shall we? Oop, I gotta make myself small again. There we go, there we go, there we go. Cat in my face. We'll just... If I can just select him. There we go. There we go. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Okay. I will continue. What is that? Was that the bathroom? The cat must have gotten into the medical cabinet or knocked something over. Calming your thundering heart with a deep breath, you pause the movie and get up to investigate. Whoa! The cat dashes between your legs from the hall. Fleeing the scene only makes you look guiltier, you know. You're even more reluctant to see the damage now. You just want to relax and watch your bad horror movie. Seems familiar. You go into the bathroom and turn on the light. Just as you thought, all the stuff in your medical cabinet is scattered on the tiles. You sigh. At least none of it looks broken or damaged. You crouch down to pick everything up. Click. Did the door just close? Did you bump into it when you crouched down, or... Well, at least the cat can't come in and make more of a mess this way. The lights? Didn't you just replace the bulb? They weren't faulty, were they? You never remember to hold on to your receipts for situations like these. You doubt you'll be able to get your money back. You stand up. You shake out the pain in your knees from crouching and open your medical cabinet. Carefully, you place everything back where they belong, making sure nothing is amiss. You close the cabinet and... Ah! You jump back, slamming against the wall, covering your mouth. You look back at the mirror at the medical cabinet door to see... Nothing. Nothing? What? What the hell? Something was... You know you saw something just now. You know you did. Right? Oop, just gonna save this because I don't remember if this is a separate ending. Yeah, you definitely... Ah! You rush out of the bathroom and slam the door behind you without looking. You enter the hall and... No. No. You shield yourself with your arms and... Nothing. Nothing again? You peek through your fingers and see... Just your usual hallway. You don't feel very good. You need to sit down. You carefully make your way back to the dark living room, trying not to overwhelm your senses and any more than you already have. Maybe you should watch something a little more light-hearted, or just lie down instead. You don't know. It's a little hard to think. You just need to sit down. Stumbling forward, you reach your chair, but... It's nothing. Whoa. Chat, you okay? Chat, are you guys alive? Someone say something. No? Oh my god, I don't know if you guys see what I'm seeing right now, but like there was a chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to connect you. And this is coming from YouTube's side of things. YouTube is showing this. Did you guys die and come back right at the jump scare? Really? YouTube just got jump scared. Oh my god! YouTube just disconnected you guys. And then tried to play it off like nothing happened. I'm glad you're still breathing with me. Well, most of you. Ruin's looking a little worse for wear over there.
It's nothing at all. Just the cat, sitting back in your chair again, looking up at you curiously.
I'm not breathing. Oh man, that's another one down.
But it's enough. Your heart lurched so harshly out of a mixture of fear and anticipation that it completely gives out. Your eyes roll up into your skull. You feel yourself falling back.
Oh, tarnished too? Well, we're all dropping, I guess.
You're dead before you even hit the ground.
Ending 4. Subtle. Real subtle. Right, I don't remember if this is a separate ending. Saying we definitely saw something. Let's see. We're gonna skip all these jump scares. Okay, no, it wasn't anything different. Just a flash of jump scares. Last words, I'm still Angel's favorite, right? Yeah, of course, just keep complimenting me. You'll still be my favorite. Who said that breathing is important to life? Oh, I see. Okay, carry on. I guess I don't know how to human enough yet. Alright, we're just going back in where everything is absolutely normal and great. Let's take the cat home. And we'll do something alone. Like take a nap. We'll take a nap.
You're a little tired from the events of the day. Making life-changing choices like committing to the responsibility of caring for another living creature really wears you out. You could definitely use a nap. You head to your room and get dressed in your pajamas before you decide to grab a glass of water from the kitchen. You head back to your bedroom ready for a much-needed nap. Whoa! Only for the cat to race past you through the open door and jump in the middle of the bed. It takes its time kneading on the sheets before settling down and closing its eyes.
What do you mean don't sleep around the cat? Look, it's so cute! He's so adorable!
Well, that was fast. You frown thoughtfully. Now that your mind's on it, you find yourself really craving a nap in your own bed. There's no way you're settling for sleeping on the couch, certainly not the armchair, which means you should... Gonna save?
Alright. Has Oliver managed to transform into... yeah, of course he has. He's always a monster. He's just like, you know, an adorable one. Has Oliver managed to transform into a... Oh, bat. I didn't see that last part. Haven't tested that one. Oliver, can you fly? Oliver? He's suspiciously quiet. Alright. Punt it. Alright, we're moving it. You tentatively nudge the cat in an attempt to make it move on its own. It doesn't budge in the slightest. Oh, come on! I want the bed! You push a little more firmly this time. The cat sounds annoyed with you. I don't know, it sounds mad. Come on. Are we really thinking about this? Is it Monster Cat? You saw that thing, how it reproduces. Again, you will sleep and oh my god, chat died again. Oh my god, chat. YouTube keeps killing you. They keep killing you off. They can't keep getting away with this. Poor chat. Sometimes I can still hear them talking to me. Of course, they are back from the dead now, so I suppose that they can still talk to me. Yep, you're still here. But yeah, YouTube killed you guys again. How does, like, reincarnating feel? Did you get isekai? We're napping. See, I see. That's fine. I guess YouTube's taking a nap. YouTube decided to take a nap. Anyway, we're sleeping in our own bed. The cat opens one yellow eye and slides it up to look at you. Is its voice a little deeper than before? Wait, you really think any of us were real? Oh no, not this again. Oh god. Seriously, last chance, you really want to do this? Move the cat. You move forward, ready to shove the cat with all your might. Yeah! You're thrown back by some invisible force and crash into the dresser before falling to the ground. Wind knocked out of you, you look up in a daze. You don't quite comprehend what it is you're seeing. A strong, swirling wind has picked up, throwing items all over the place. As if a miniature hurricane had just taken form in your room, and right there in the center of it all is the cat. Angie, I told you this, we are all just bots. Oh god, no. Oh god. Hovering in the air above the bed, its eyes open, glowing like molten lava. You watch as a vortex rips open in the center of your bed, and panic as the swirling wind turns into a vacuum, dragging you towards the bed. Your nails catch and tear as you desperately try to cling to the carpet, the floorboards, any and every piece of furniture within your reach. Bloody fingers slipping clumsily on every surface. But there's nothing you can do. As you touch the vortex, your body starts to disintegrate. Tiny particles of your body separating and floating into nothing. The last thing you see is the cat landing nimbly on the bed and kneading at your sheets, before it curls up and falls back asleep. Ending 5. Do not disturb. Honestly, that was on us. We really shouldn't have moved the cat. Anyways, let's sleep next to the cat this time. You shrug. What's the harm in sharing the bed, right? You both have had a long day, after all. You try to carefully avoid jostling the cat as you lay down, but it immediately scoots over and curls up against you anyway. You smile. Sweet dreams. You feel like you slept for a long time. You feel a warm weight on your back, but you don't see it. Oh, mystery solved then. You feel comfortable. You consider getting up, but as soon as the thought enters your head, your mind fills with static and a deep sense of disapproval. Not yet then. Okay. The cat, jostled by your attempts at movement, kneads painfully at your back before settling down again and falling back asleep. You fall back into slumber too. It's night. You want to get up. Claws dig into your back like a warning. Tomorrow then, right? It's morning. You'll be late for work. But the cat doesn't budge. You don't even try to get up this time. You just close your eyes and drift off again. It's the next day.
Since the last several days. Or has it been weeks? Or longer? You're not quite sure. You're hungry. You don't know how long you've been lying down. You feel sore on your back, but also on your stomach, your arms, your face, everywhere. You can't remember your last meal. The last time you drank anything. You've been sleeping all this time, but you feel exhausted, more tired than you think you've ever felt in your life. It feels like a giant hand is pressing you into the bed. You can't remember the last time you ever considered moving, but somehow you know that you need to go back to sleep anyway. Everything will be fine if you just go back to sleep. You think you're hallucinating when the cat finally stirs. It stretches languidly before hopping off your back. You hear its feet padding through your still open bedroom door, its steps fading down the hall. You don't open your eyes. You don't move. You're afraid you don't remember how. You're afraid that the static will return if you try. But you eventually do try. You try to prop yourself up on your arm. It's thinner than you've ever seen it. Thinner than you think should be possible. The arm snaps under the weight of your body and crumples to dust on the bed sheets. It doesn't hurt in the slightest. As if even your nerves have dried up and become as useless as you feel in general. Just how long have you been laying in bed? You don't have much time to think about it. Your failed attempt at sitting up sends you tumbling over the side of the bed like a rag doll. But you think you're probably closer to being a ceramic doll, as your body shatters instantly upon impact on the floor. Your head rolls between the door, letting you watch as the rest of your strewn body parts crack and crumble and turn to broken ruin as your consciousness begins to fade. The cat strolls into view then, poking and prodding at the remains of your brittle limbs. Bad kitty, you try to say. But you think your jaw might have snapped off earlier as well. Almost as if sensing your attention, the cat walks over to you. Well, your head at least. And you watch with your final conscious seconds as it lays down, curling into its body around you. It feels warm. Well, maybe another nap couldn't hurt. Ending 6. Just a cat nap.
Yeah, that's pretty normal cat behavior. I love everyone just saying, yeah, these are just normal cat behaviors. Yeah, this is perfectly normal. Hate those naps that last 8 hours. I mean, I hate sleep. I wish I didn't have to sleep. I wish I didn't have to nap. I wish I could just do everything. All right. No, we got all of that. Okay. We press continue. We skip. Take the cat home. Of course. And we've already done everything alone. There's nothing else we can do alone. So, let's play with the cat. We already pet the cat. There's only one ending for that. So instead, we will feed the cat. Now, we already fed the cat the mystery meat. So instead, this time, we will be going with tuna.
Cats like fish, right? Shrugging, you take out the tuna for the cat and the meatloaf for yourself. You put the, frankly, ominous container back in the fridge. The cat looks a little disappointed. Tough. You'll need to dispose of that weird whatever it is later. Are you planning on doing every single one today? There's surprisingly not as much as you think there is. So yeah. You open the tuna and spoon it into a small saucer. You put the saucer on the kitchen counter next to the cat. You don't think you should be encouraging it to eat up there. But you figure it'll make up up for electing not to feed it the toxic goop it wanted. The cat looks like it finds the tuna acceptable. You'll take it. Eat up, kitty. As the cat digs into the meal, you go about heating up the meatloaf in the microwave. While setting the time, you hear... Huh? You turn and see the plate is completely empty. It's already been 3 hours and 17 minutes, so let's go. Yeah! Whoa, that was quick. You need to pace yourself. What the? You watch baffled as the cat continues to hiccup, causing little bubbles to float out of its mouth. Okay. That's okay. You can process this. It's not completely out of the realm of what's possible, right? Right? Best not to think too hard about it. Soon enough, the room is full of floating bubbles. The cat releases a final tiny bubble before yawning and laying down right at the counter. Well, glad you enjoyed it. The bubbles haven't left the room or popped. They seem to be pretty resilient. Wait, what? What's that? As one of the bubbles floats closer to you, you see that there's actually something inside it. A tiny, furry fish? This is just getting weirder and weirder. Still, you can't help but marvel at the impressive wonder in front of you. You lift a hand. You extend a finger towards a bubble, careful to press against its surface. Cousin! Yep! It's a family of me's! The little fish inside lashes out, viciously sinking tiny fangs into your finger. Aww! Look at that! They're teething! Angie Lumine reference, yeah! I always wanted to be in a video game. You know, I've always wanted someone to put me into a video game. This is so nice. This is so thoughtful. They definitely had me in mind when they made this, and I definitely made my YouTube channel, you know, definitely made my YouTube channel before this game came out. Yep, absolutely. Anyways. It doesn't really hurt that much at first, but then... Ow! What? Pain starts to climb from your finger to the rest of your hand. Past your wrist? Could it be some kind of venom? You fling your arm around in an attempt to dislodge the fish, but... Yeah! You accidentally knock your arm into several of the bubbles floating around. More tiny, ravenous fish latch onto your flesh. You stumble back out of pain and a sudden bolt of dizziness only to bump into more bubbles. More fish digging their teeth into your back. Yeah! It hurts. You're getting dizzy. You've got to get out. You deliriously try to stumble out of the kitchen. But the entire room is filled with deadly bubbles. By the time you collapse to the ground, you're absolutely covered in tiny, angry, biting fish. Your legs, your torso, your arms, your face. The pain is unbearable. You can feel it in your skin, in your teeth, and your eyes, and your hair, and it's so consuming you can't even feel yourself convulsing or crying. You don't black out. Your eyes are still rolling up into your skull when you gasp out your last breath. Ending 8. Fish out of water. Hey, that's my line! I'm a fish out of water! It's my line! I'm so glad they thought of me. I'm so glad they thought of me when they made this scene. Absolutely just me. Have you noticed that this has changed a little bit? That something seems a little different about... It's probably just nothing. It's probably nothing. There's probably nothing to worry about. I'm just imagining things. Let's take our cat home! Friend. Let's give it... You know, this time I think it wants the meatloaf. I think it wants the meatloaf. You get the feeling the cat won't be too impressed with anything that comes out of a can. and you're not about to feed it to whatever the heck that toxic-looking sludge is. So it's settled. A tuna sandwich for you and leftover meatloaf for your feline guest. You ignore the cat's disappointed mews as you put the weird container back in the fridge to dispose of later. You warm up the meatloaf in the microwave. You place the now warm meatloaf on the saucer next to the cat on the counter. You don't think you should be encouraging it to eat up there, but you figure it'll make up for electing not to feed it the toxic goop it wanted. The cat looks like it finds the meatloaf interesting. Works for you. Eat up, kitty. As the cat digs into its meal, you go about searching for some bread for your tuna sandwich. You're so distracted by your search that you only just barely hear, huh? You turn around to see the meatloaf has only one, maybe 2 bites taken out of it, but more alarmingly, there seems to be a red trail of something leading away from the cat where the cat had been sitting, and off the edge of the counter towards the living room. Is that blood? Ugh! You jump at the strange sound coming from around the corner. Further into your apartment, you attempt to steel your nerves. Taking a breath, you walk around the counter to head into the living room. You stepped in something warm and wet and red. You resist the urge to vomit and step away from the trail of... You follow the trail into the living room and see that it leads into the hall. It's getting louder. It's definitely in the hall. You feel like you can hear your heartbeat. You hope whatever it is in the hall can't. Your body shakes as you feel yourself step forward. And forward. And forward. And forward. You peek around the corner. Nothing. There's nothing there. What? You walk further into the hall and see that the trail leads all the way down to the end of it, but there's nothing there. You don't quite feel relief, but at least... Plop. You feel something wet and warm drip on your cheek. Something very warm. You swipe your shaking hand across it and pull it back to see your fingers covered in something. You look up and see what can only be described as meat. The entire ceiling of the hallway is covered in a thick, undulating, withering layer of pulsing meat. At its center is a single glowing eyeball frantically rolling around in every direction. Until it lands squarely on you. You try to take a step back, desperate to escape the hallway. To escape this thing. But before you can even scream, meaty tendrils shoot out and grab you. No! Let me go! They pull you up and up into a pair of slowly opening jaws. And then Ending 9. Leftovers.
The gore field all over again. Yeah, basically. Basically. Lesson learned, never feed a cat a meat. Yeah, that's the lesson. That's the lesson here. That's what we should take away. Okay. Take the cat home! And we will do something with the cat. And instead of feeding it this time, let's play with it. Poor thing was probably bored stiff sitting in the old box all day, just watching crowds of people walking by them, ignoring them. You can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socialization won't kill you, right? Aw, you just want some attention, don't you? You want to play, huh? Okay, then. What to play, though? Let's see.
For no particular reason, we're saving. Let's look for some yarn. If every movie and cartoon involving cats that you watch since childhood is to be believed, then you can deduce with almost absolute certainty that cats freaking love yarn. Probably. You unearth some from an old box in the hallway closet that's filled with knickknacks from various abandoned hobbies. You consider just handing the ball of bright red yarn over to the cat and supervising from the side, but that would defeat the idea of playing together, wouldn't it? You cut off a decent length of string from the ball of yarn and go back to the living room. The cat is resting on the floor. It's not asleep, but when it looks up at you into the living room, you feel like it could doze off right then and there. You'll fix that. You smirk a little, confident with your surprise. And let the piece of yarn dangle just above the floor, pinched between your thumb and index finger. The sudden shift in the cat's demeanor makes your heart start to beat a little faster. Its posture has barely changed at all. Just a subtle shift of the head and ears, a slight tension in the shoulders, a sharpness in the gaze as it locks onto the yarn dangling an inch above the floor. The cat could still pass as being almost relaxed, calm. And yet the air is thick with its eagerness to lunge forward, waiting for the right moment to strike. You feel like you've just witnessed the awakening of the perfect predator. You're almost afraid of what will happen once you make the first move. But it will be you who makes the first move. You take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and... yoink! The cat had lunged the instant you wiggled the yarn, but you're faster. It completely misses as you flick your wrist, making the yarn recoil out of its reach like a terrified snake. Having overshot the landing of its eagerness, the cat stumbles and looks around as if shocked at its failed attack. You generously click your tongue to help reiterate it. The cat whips its head around at the sound. You're slightly taken aback at the intensity of its stare at the yarn, but you persist. You wiggle the yarn again, encouragingly. And yes, maybe a little tauntingly. This time, the cat anticipates the yarn upward dodge and leaps up to swipe at it. But once you're already one step ahead, puppeting the yarn to dance gracefully out of its reach once more. Come on, you can do it! It's a little condescending, but you can't seem to help it. For some reason, it feels a little good knocking the feeling down a peg or two. At least it seems to be enjoying itself. You hope, anyways. You keep going. It might be getting frustrated. You could swear it nearly took a shot at your eye that last time. It had jumped so high and erratically. You've been keeping the yarn in constant motion, afraid to slow down. Your wrist is starting to get a little tired. The cat doesn't seem to be losing any energy, though. It's like it's getting faster and faster. Your wrist finally cramps sharply, making you lose control of the yarn's motion as the tip of it brushes lightly against your stomach. Pain rips low across your torso, into your torso. Blood pours out of your mouth. In a daze, you look down and see red blooming slowly along the bottom of your shirt, along the tears of the fabric. You watch as long, thick ropes of something pour out from under your shirt into a bloody heap on the floor at your feet. A single red streaked rope still hangs from you, connecting you to all that mess. Are those your... You crumple to the ground and topple over onto your side. Your vision has gone blurry. But You can just make out the shape of something small and a deep inky black as it walks over and inspects your... Oh god, they're your intestines! Before it starts to giddily roll around in the mess of your bloody insides next to you. Darkness falls over you. The cat sounds happy. Nonsensically, you wonder where the yarn has gone, but there's really no need to worry about that. The cat seems content with the next best thing. Ending 11, at the end of your rope.
That was a pleasant ending, and one that I might have to go back later and censor because YouTube, please don't come down at me. Welcome in, hamster! I was going to say that this game was not that bad about having extreme graphic content, but holy moly, yeah! Yeah, kind of. If YouTube takes me down for anything, it is that. Nervous laughter. I'm gonna have to go through that later, and I might have to blur that. All right. That was violence. All right, let's continue. I think we should not use yarn. I think we should not use yarn ever again. Ever. So how about a laser pointer? That won't make the cat frustrated, right? Cats are curious creatures by nature. They're also natural hunters. Sort of. Why not pass the time by letting the cat hunt after something it'll never quite understand? That sounds a little mean when you think about it like that, but it's not like the cat will know anyway. Ignorance is bliss, or so they say. So you dig out your old laser pointer from your long-gone dreaded days of group presentations in school, you flip it on and see that even after all this time, the batteries still work. You get a little kick out of aiming it at a mirror hanging in the living room, so it reflects off the glass, making a little red dot appear on your knee. Oh yeah, aim it at ourselves. That's great. I mean, we don't know that this thing is a cosmic horror monstrosity, but yeah, sure, aim it at our leg. It's fine. Let me guess, he's going to point the laser pointer at his body, and the cat's going to kill him. Just probably. What was your first clue? The cat cautiously walks over, stopping every few steps to cast a look of suspicion at you. When it finally reaches you, it lightly presses a paw to your knee, like it's trying to catch the dot of red light as casually as possible. You manage to hold back a chuckle. Not that it really matters. The cat isn't paying attention to you at all, entirely focused on the light now resting on top of its paw. You move the light a little higher above your knee. The cat reacts immediately, trying to pin the light down, but in the next second, you're already moved it to the floor. The cat jerkily follows, attempting a more energetic pounce when you shift the red dot. Over there. Over there. And over there. By the couch. On the couch. The cat might be ignoring you, but you're certainly enjoying yourself. It's been a while since you've laughed this much. You're laughing so much, in fact, that you accidentally shift the red dot into a lamp beside the couch. In its haste to get the light, the cat leaps up onto the lamp, sending them both to the ground. Oh my gosh! The cat is sitting in the middle of the formed lamp's broken shards, back hunched, its head whipping around back and forth as if it's in a panic. You quickly turn off the laser pointer and rush over. I'm so sorry, are you okay? Are you hurt? You reach down to pick up the cat and check for any injuries when... Ow, hey! The cat swipes at you, claws extended. It backs up and twitches away, making frantic half-turns in various directions as if looking for something, or waiting for something to appear. Ow, jeez, that really hurt, you know? You hold the hand with the scratch close to your chest. It's bleeding, but it's not too big. You're more annoyed than anything, but... Immediately, your annoyance starts to bleed into concern.
You watch in shock as the cat starts to run around, tearing at the carpet, the sofa, your armchair. You want to stop it, but you're afraid of getting in the middle of its rampage. You consider calling a vet for advice on how to calm it down, but for some reason, you feel like it wouldn't be a good idea. What happened to you? Is it... An idea comes to you, or rather, a realization. You grasp the laser pointer, aiming it safely away towards the floor in the middle of the living room, thinking, hoping, that the cat would calm down if it found what it was looking for. You turn on the laser pointer. The cat's reaction is immediate. You screwed up. In the span of mere seconds, you watch as the cat spies the red dot from its perch on the shredded armchair, leaps into the air, changes in the air, and slams down upon the dot on the floor with a weight and force that shakes the whole apartment, maybe even the whole building. You wonder, dazedly, how none of the other tenants have rushed over to complain about the noise. Yet as you stare at the sight in front of you, the cat has somehow grown in size, eyes bulging and glowing, tail thrashing, teeth enlarged, bared, and covered alarmingly in a bubbling froth. And its giant claws rip and shred through the carpet, through the floor, tiles, and even below them, ravenously trying to get at the red dot. Your hands are shaking. You don't know what to do. You feel trapped. You have to get away. Get it away from you. You slowly back up towards the door. The light moves with you. Instinctively, you flick the light away. This way and that, the cat stampeding after it. So fast. Smashing through the TV, breaking the couch in half. Too fast. Bulldozing through the wall into the hallway. A chance. You turn, intending to bolt out of the door and never come back. But in your haste, you forget something. You forgot several somethings. You forgot the laser pointer, gripped like a lifeline in your hand. You forget the mirror still miraculously hanging on the wall next to the hallway, the laser reflecting off of it, putting a small, glowing red dot on the back of your head. As you reach the door, you forgot that it's locked. You don't even have the chance to turn around before the cat lunges all the way across the room at you. You're torn to shreds before you can even blink. Targeted.
So you're not wrong. You weren't wrong. You just, didn't have entirely the correct thing. I'm not fluent in Cantonese, but I'm pretty sure he's mad. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just maybe a bit. All right, let's play some hide and seek.
What about hide and seek?
I'll check the endings after we're done with this one.
You're not quite sure how this is going to work. Can a cat even understand the concept of a game? Let alone one with rules like hide and seek? Here, just... You pick up the cat and turn away from you before hiding behind the armchair. You're almost certain the cat must have turned and looked while you were hiding. Out of confusion at least, if nothing else. Regardless, a few moments later, the cat continuously peeks around the armchair at you, eyes curious.
If you're tired, go ahead and go to sleep. The VOD will be up here for you. You don't have to worry about missing anything. There will always be a VOD. I might have to censor the VOD a little, but there will always be something, so don't feel guilty about having to go to sleep or doing anything else. Take care of yourself above all else. Don't end up like our poor protagonist here.
You smile and scoop it up, holding it out in front of you. You found me! You win! The cat looks confused but pleased at your praise. This time you put it in the armchair so it can't see your hiding spot as easily. You dash over to the kitchen, hiding behind the counter. It takes a little longer this time for the cat to find you. This time when it does, it startles you by hopping down into your lap from the countertop above. Whoa! You found me again! Okay, you win. You reward it with little scratches behind the ear and under the chin when it leans into your touch. Okay, why don't you give it a try? You go and stand in the middle of the living room. The cat following you. You make a show of covering your eyes and turning around. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! You turn around and see that the cat is gone. Huh? You sure catch on quick. There aren't that many places available in your apartment for someone your size to hide, but without the opposable thumbs needed to open the closed doors in the hall, the cat has its limits too. Fair game. Okay, now where to look? Whoop. Let's look in the living room. You look by the couch and the armchair, then under the coffee table. Nothing. The living room is pretty sparse when it comes to furniture after all. Kitchen. You peek around the corner, grab a chair and check at the top of the fridge. You even open the cupboards along the floor just in case the cat managed to squeeze inside. Nothing. You decide that's for the best. The kitchen is for making food, not playing games. The hallway. You peek around the corner into the hall. Nothing. You're not sure what you were expecting. With all the doors closed, there's nowhere in the hall for the cat to hide. You couldn't find the cat anywhere. You start to get a little worried when you hear a soft sound coming from the hall. You head to the hall and listen again. That sounded like it was coming from your bedroom, but you walk down the hall to your room and gingerly open the door. The cat trots out and runs around your legs and meowing insistently. It looks disappointed somehow, perhaps in your apparent subpar seeking abilities. But you lift the cat into your arms and look at your bedroom door. How did you get in my room? You know the door was closed, right? The cat wiggles out of your hold and runs out of the hall. You follow to see it sitting in the middle of the living room. Upon seeing you, the cat promptly turns around. Guess it wants to take its turn seeking. You're about to indulge it by hiding around the counter again when... The lights... Did the power go off? Darn it. As you wait for your eyes to adjust in the darkness, you notice that the cat still hasn't moved an inch. Was it scared? Hey, are you... What? For some reason, your heart starts beating faster. You consider going over to the cat, but when you do, the thought makes you feel... You feel like your life is in danger. You need to hide. Now. Behind the armchair? No, that's too close. It would find you immediately. Hide behind the kitchen counter? You've hid it there before and it found you almost instantly. That won't work. Hide in the hall. Just in the hall? There's nowhere to hide in the hall. Hide in the hallway closet. You quietly slip in the hallway closet. The door won't close because of a heavy box is now blocking it after you squeezed inside. If you try to move it further, the cat might hear it. That is, if it hasn't heard you already. This won't work. You need to hide somewhere else. Hurry! Hide in the bathroom. You quietly rush to the bathroom and... What? Why is the door locked? You freeze upon realizing how much noise you just made jostling the doorknob and hold your breath, listening. The silence coming from the living room feels heavy and closer than before, more restless. Even if some miracle opened the door now, it would know exactly where you were. No good. Get out of the apartment. You're halfway out when... You look at the door and see several more locks than you have now. You peek at the cat. It's not looking at you, but you feel a wave of disappointment practically pouring into you. How disappointing. You failed. Try again? Yeah, sure, we can try again. Yeah, you can't get out of the apartment. Are you joking? You get the feeling the cat won't appreciate your lack of effort in any way. Like hell, you are getting any closer to it. Stop messing around and find a place to hide. The only place you can hide is the bedroom. You quietly rush into the bedroom, carefully closing the door behind you. The only place to hide in your bedroom is your closet. You lock the door as quietly as you can before lunging into the closet and sliding the door shut. As soon as you've secured yourself inside the closet, there's a sudden shift throughout the entire apartment, as if something can sense that you're as ready as you'll ever be, as if it can sense that you're all ready to be hunted. A horrible chill runs down your spine, and you realize that's what this game has become. This isn't a simple game of hide and seek anymore. This is being hunted by a predator as prey. It never really mattered where you chose to hide, did it? As if in answer to your question, you hear a loud slam on the bedroom door. You just managed to hold back from making a startled noise at the sound. Your heart rate kicks up again, making it feel hard to breathe quietly, hard to breathe in general. Tears fill your eyes as you cover your panting mouth with your shaking hands. It knows. It knows. Crying with your hands covering your mouth, trying to smother the choked sounds leaking out of you. You slide down the wall at the back of your closet into a heap onto the floor. You flinch harshly at the sound of the door being ripped off the hinges, followed by a loud crash against the wall on the other side of the room, like the door had been blown away. The silence that follows is almost too much to bear. You can't. A single sob escapes from your nose. You squeeze your eyes shut in defeat at how loud it sounds in the quiet of the room. Not much point in hiding it anymore anyway, is there? You instinctively put whatever energy you have left into listening for footsteps, even as you emotionally shut down. But you hear nothing. 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 Then... something slides across the closet door. You've curled in on yourself, knees up, back curved forward, head down, mouth covered, eyes shut tight, so tight it hurts. You don't want to look. You don't want to look. But that's what it's waiting for. It won't end you without this final act of cruelty, of making you look at it before it takes your life. So cruel. You just want this to be over. So, you open your eyes. You see something glaring in at you from the darkness beyond the closet door. It looks disappointed. In the moment before you draw your last breath, you almost consider apologizing for being such unworthy prey. Guess your hiding skills were just as subpar as your seeking skills. Ending 13. Disappointing prey. Anyway, endings we've gotten so far is 22 out of 40. And most of these are fairly short. Let's see, what time is it? It's been about 4 hours. I could make this a part 2. I could. I think it'll be a shorter part 2 if I do that, but like I think we can still get like another hour and a half out of it. So it'd just be a shorter stream if we did that. So, yeah, if you guys are ready to end it, so let's go. Well, I know we have a few people that it's their bedtime and they're trying to hang on. Don't end. No time to stop. Sounds good. I'm getting some mixed signals here. I'm getting a little bit of mixed signals. Let's see. I'm pretty hungry right now. And my throat is hurting a little bit. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call this. I do kind of want to keep going because, like, I really, really love the ending to this game. I think it changes the entire thing and it's really cool. And, like, I've been really excited to share this one. I knew I wanted to share this game for a really long time. About, I would say, since May. No, before that. It was March, more likely. Since March, I've been wanting to play this game, but haven't had a chance to. So I'm really, really happy that we're here. I'm going to switch back to like a normal expression now. I'm really, really happy we're here. I'm really glad that we're reading it. Like I said, I'm really excited for the ending to this game because the ending kind of changes the entire narrative. It kind of flips it on its head. What you thought was happening isn't really happening. And like, I really love the direction they take it. But as much as I want to get to that ending, I do want to eat something. And I do want to go to sleep and rest my voice. So, yeah, no spoilers, Angie. I'm gonna get banned. My mod's gonna ban me. All right. So with that being said, we will go ahead and stop for the day and we will pick up in 2 weeks because we're on our shifted schedule. Banning Angie. No! All right. Yeah, we're on a shifting schedule. So next week it will be Our Life again with Baxter's DLC. And then the week afterwards, we will go back to Do Not Take Home This Cat. So, with that being said, as always, love you guys lots. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!